Hello viewers. Today in functional English video we'll be discussing reading skills. What is reading? Reading is the process of getting back and understanding some form of stored ideas. What do we read? Reading by humans is mostly done from paper with ink. Example, a book, magazine, newspaper, leaflet, notebooks. This is come under print. What is non-print? Non-print is now you can do reading via World Wide Web. This is non-print. Everyday English in reading. How to learn to respond to all sorts of familiar and unfamiliar real life situations confidentially and independently. For example, what kind of real life situation? Suppose complaining in a restaurant, organizing a fundraising, what the goal is, preparing a report for colleagues at work, researching the internet for car insurance. These are the different real life situations in reading. Or writing a job application. These are different examples of reading. Now there are two main reading categories. Oral. A and B is silent. In silent, there is skimming, scanning, intensive. And reading, again, is extensive reading as well. One is extensive reading. So, there are four types of silent reading. What is skimming basically? Generally, understanding of the whole text. Fastest type of reading based on purpose. It is also called rapid survey reading. Skimming is used to quickly gather the most important information or gist. Run your eyes over the text, nothing important information. Use skimming to quickly get up to speed on a current business situation. It's not essential to understand each word when skimming. For example, the newspaper, quickly to get the general news of the day. In magazines, quickly to discover which articles you would like to read in more detail. Business and travel brochures, quickly to get informed. Then comes scanning. Look for specific information in the text. It makes you skip more than you read. Also called search reading. Scanning is used to find a particular piece of information. Run your eyes over the text looking for the specific piece of information you need. Use scanning on schedules, meeting plans, etc. in order to find the specific details you require. If you see words or phrases that you don't understand, don't worry when you are scanning. For example, the What's on TV section, itinerary of your newspaper. A train or aeroplane schedule, a conference guide. Now the third type is intensive in function reading. It is also called word for word type of reading. Requires one to read materials related to his/her field of specialization. The object of intensive reading demands a great deal of content area reading. Extensive reading. Extensive reading is used to obtain a general understanding of a subject and includes reading longer text for pleasure as well as business books. Use extensive reading skills to improve your general knowledge of business procedures. Do not worry if you understand each word. For example, extensive reading, the latest marketing strategy book, a novel you read before going to bed, magazine articles that interest you, extensive or recreational reading, which is also called light type of reading, reading for leisure, for fun. You love what you read. Intensive reading. Intensive reading is used on shorter text. In order to extract specific information, it includes very close, accurate reading for details. Use intensive reading skills to details of specific situations. In this case, it is important that you understand each word, number, or effect. For example, a bookkeeping report, an insurance claim, or a contract. Here you have to do intensive reading. Now I just do the recap, skimming, reading rapidly for the main points, scanning, reading rapidly through a text to find specific information required. Extensive, reading longer text, often for pleasure and for an overall understanding. Intensive, reading shorter text for detailed information with an emphasis on precise understanding. Now, there are 5 components in reading: phonemic awareness, phonics, vocabulary, fluency, and comprehension. Remember, there are 5 components of reading: phonemics awareness, phonics, vocabulary, fluency, and comprehension. What is phonemic awareness? It's the ability to hear, identify, and manipulate individual sounds, phonemes in spoken words. Phonemic awareness, isolating sounds, deleting sounds, blending forms, segmenting sound, substituting sounds, and adding forms. And under the sections you can see the examples for isolating sound. Next component, phonics. Actually, the definition is the relationship between written and the spoken letters and sounds. A method of teaching people to read by correlating sounds with symbols in an alphabetic writing system. Another component, fluency. To include reading, fluency, oral reading skills, the ability to read with accuracy, with appropriate ratings and phrasing. Vocabulary, the knowledge of words, their definitions and context. For example, starting with A, apprehensive, which means anxious or fearful. Aptitude, meaning in which you interest and good at it. Banish, meaning to get rid of. Barricade means barriers. Commotion means noisy disturbance. Cunning means clever but in negative sense. Diminish means smaller and lesser. Hasten means speed up or hurry. Luminous means softly bright or radiant. Materialize means come into reality. Persistent means continuing firmly. Sabotage means ruin or destroyed. Tactic means planning for getting goals and objectives. Gist meaning essence or substance. Now comes the comprehension. The understanding of the meaning in text is comprehension. A. different ways of sentence in comprehension. Test the car several times using an identical balloon filled with different amounts of air. The B. Another example. Test the car several times using different sized balloons filled with the same amount of air. C. Test the car several times using an identical balloon filled with the same amount of air. D. Test the car several times using different sized balloons filled with different amounts of air. Antonyms, synonyms, and homonyms. Now, what is antonyms? Antonyms are the words with opposite meaning. They have opposite meanings. The words which have opposite meanings are antonyms. Synonyms are words with the same or a similar meanings. And homonyms are words that are spelled and pronounced the same but have different meanings. Means their pronunciation is the same but their meaning are different. Now, I'll tell you some of the examples of antonyms. Like I already said that antonyms is a word that has the opposite meaning of another word. Able. Opposite of able is unable. Arrived. Leave. Above. Below. Ascend. Descend. Absent. Present. Asked. Answer. Accept. Decline. Attack. Defend. Accept. Refuse. Achieve. Fail. Bad. Good. Admit. Deny. Beautiful. Ugly. Admit. Reject. Before. After. Against. For. Begin and. Agree. Disagree. Behind. In front of. Alive. Opposite. Dead. Best. Opposite. Worst. Alone. Opposite. Together. Big. Opposite. Little. Always. The opposite is never. Birth. Death. Bitter. Sweet. Ancient. Modern. Black. White. Answer. Question. Small. Big. Interesting. Oh, boring. Start. Unfinished. Soft. Hard. Synonyms. Synonyms. For example, smart or clever. Different words, but the meaning is same. Important, essential means you can use the word important as well and the essential as well. Good, excellent, stupid, dumb, irrelevant, useless, complete, perfect. Synonym for bad, inferior, interesting, fascinating, exact, specific, awful or horrible, suitable, uniform. Now, homonyms. List of homonyms. For example, ant. But here the meanings of ant is the name ant. It's an insect. Ant is it's a relationship. Bear. Bear means you're not wearing anything, like barefooted. Bear is an animal. Hear and hear. Hear means listening and here the meaning are different. Again, you pronounce peace and peace in two ways. One piece means different and one piece means the difference. You can see the spell here on the chart. P-E-A-C-E. One piece. P-I-E-C-E. Another piece. And they both have different meanings. Again, you can see so many examples on this chart. for. F-O-R, F-O-U-R. Then two. One is T-O, the other is T-W, the other is T-double-O, another T-W-O. So obviously the meanings of three O's are different from each other. Whole and whole. H-O-L-E, whole, with a different meaning, the pronunciation with W-H-O-L-E, but have a different meaning. So these are homonyms. These are homonyms. Viewers, this is the end of today's video. Inshallah, we'll be back with another Function English video. Hope you are liking it and getting benefits too. Kindly subscribe my channel. If you like it, share it, give comments, and till next video, take care. Allah Hafiz. Pakistan Zindabad.